Primo, it's good speaking to you with you, man. It's kind of funny because we're going to talk about why we're talking and things like that. But I got to ask you right at the top, how long have you been in this business for? Music industry, would you say?
Um, I started making music like 5 years ago.
Okay,
Released my
stop right there. Stop right there because I don't want to go into you for 5 years. You seem like a very seasoned professional, meaning, of course, not just the style of music that you've done, but the people that you've worked with and things like that. So, first question really is, are you like an old spirit when it comes to working in the music industry?
um. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I just put a lot of energy and time into it. Um, and so maybe because of the amount of hours and time that I've put into it in that amount of in 5 years, maybe it kind of gives that off, because it's literally been like every single day, I haven't uh taken really any breaks or anything like that. So um yeah, that's
You seem very much like a seasoned veteran in this business, man. So congratulations on that. But what also can help too is the fact that you're part of a very exclusive group, man. First up with RBCX Music. Congratulations being part of that, man. How does that feel?
Yeah, no, it feels incredible. I'm super happy to be a part of it. It's been a blessing so far, and I'm just very grateful, to have been selected to be a part of the program.
When did you hear about this program and how did you get involved with it?
I saw it on TikTok, and then I sent it to my um my manager, and she put in the application, and yeah, and it just worked out, you know.
Well, it's definitely worked out, man. Curious, were you at the party that they had, the industry party they had a little while ago?
I was in Colombia. I had a performance in Colombia.
Ah, that's why I didn't see you because I was there for that, man. How was that show in Colombia?
Oh, it was great. It was in Medellin, and I had the opportunity to perform at it was a nightclub, because the music that I make is like for nightclubs, right? So yeah, I got the opportunity to perform at a nightclub, and it was great. There was not as many people as other shows that I've done, but it's part of the process, and the reactions were great. People were enjoying themselves, coming by, asking me for pictures after. So it was cool. It was
That's the
nice.
way it works, man. That's the way it works. First up with RBCX Music, for folks who don't know what that is, can you explain it and how have they helped your career so far?
So RBCX Music is a program that is helping like emerging artists, people that are just starting from here from Canada, um, and giving them a platform and an opportunity to kind of grow and to expand through, doing interviews, doing performances, um, funding and stuff like that. So just a lot of great opportunities for somebody who's starting out, for them to get exposure. Um, and and then what was the last? So you said, what is RBC Music, and then what's the other part of what you said?
How has it helped you? How have they helped you so far with your career being part of
Yeah,
this?
yeah. So my music, my one of my songs, QBTV, Que bien te ves, which means like um how beautiful you look. It sounds kind of weird. It sounds kind of weird in in English, but in Spanish it's like it makes sense, obviously. But that's basically like saying, like, talking about the beauty of you know a woman. And so yeah, it has like a very radio feel, and it got placed on a lot of radio stations here in Canada. It got played like over 50 times, on the radio so far, and I just released it recently. So that's something great that has come from that. um funding, like them, um sending like funding support to all their artists, me included. Performance opportunities. I just got an email to perform, on September. So that's like being finalized. And so different things like that, which are just a blessing.
It definitely is, man, and congratulations on that. Now, we talked a little bit about you saying that, you started your career about, say, 5 years ago, but really it goes further than that, man. The love of music. Where does that all begin for you?
Man, so I've always been passionate about music, and it was just like literally a friend of mine, but he's almost like a big brother,
Mhm.
someone that has given me a lot of guidance, and he's known me forever. And so one time we went to a Bad Bunny concert, and he's like, when we were there, we were watching Bad Bunny. He was just kind of still starting out here in Toronto, and my friend was like, man, I could see you doing this, like what this guy's doing. There was like 500 people still when Bad Bunny was just starting out. I'm sure you've heard of
Yeah.
Bad Bunny.
Yes,
Yeah, for
definitely
sure.
heard of Bad Bunny, and I've watched his wrestling matches too. So enough said there.
Oh, okay, there you go. So 500 people here in Toronto. He's still starting out. He looks at me, he says that, and then I didn't think anything of it. And then afterwards, I'm like, okay. A couple weeks went by. He calls me. He's like, he's like, bro, did you go to the studio yet? And I was like, no, I didn't. A couple days later, did you go? A couple days later, he kept calling me and asking me, like, kind of like just giving me that little push.
Yeah,
One day
yeah,
I was like, all right, let's go. I just went, and basically, the point of the story is that first day that I went to the studio, from there, like that was it. I didn't want to do anything else. Like I made that song that day. The engineer, he's like, he said something to me that I'll never forget. He's like, you have a gift. That was just his opinion. That's what he felt. That was his opinion. So that, plus the fact that like I really enjoyed what happened that day. From there, it's just like, okay, I fell in love with making music, with the process of making music. Um, and then now we're here, I guess, 5 years later with RBCX Music, with yourself, and things are going great. Just enjoying the journey every day.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Did you open up for Bad Bunny?
I did. that's so
How did
that's
that happen?
yeah. So then I ended up opening up for him, which is actually a perfect uh thing to talk about after that story. So yeah, in the like I guess second year of me making music, I just get a phone call like, we see what you're doing here in Toronto, PRIMO. We like your music. We want you to open up for Bad Bunny. He's coming on this day. So then I got that opportunity. But I feel like I was still, um, how do you say that? I was still, I guess, like premature, like,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
actually, it's funny that we're talking about this because that was 4 years ago yesterday. So
Wow.
exactly 4 years ago yesterday. So then on Snapchat, on people's memories, people were sending me videos yesterday of that performance because it was showing on their memories from 4 years ago, right? You've seen that before? That's happened to you,
I've
like
seen it. Absolutely. Absolutely.
maybe not on Snapchat. I don't know if you have Snapchat, but on different platforms they show you your memories. So I was getting videos of that, and I was just looking at it, and that's what I'm saying. I feel like I was a little, premature, or I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm sure you know what I mean. I
I
just
know
feel like I
exactly what you mean.
wasn't fully ready. You know what I mean? Like now, if I were to open up for Bad Bunny, I would like just give such a different type of show. But still, the people that called me, they felt we want you there. They felt that I could bring something to the table, so it was still a great opportunity as part of the process.
Just curious, would you ever tag up with Bad Bunny if he had to go back to the WWE and he said, "I need a partner"? Would you tag up with him? Because I've seen some of the crazy ass things that he's done, especially the last time he was on, man, when they were wrestling. And were they wrestling? Where were they wrestling again? I want to say Mexico. Was it Mexico where they were wrestling?
Mm, I
Or
have
was it Puerto Rico? Well, I think it
I
was Puerto Rico that they were wrestling in.
okay.
But yeah, because he had a match with Damian Priest where it was basically all for nothing, and they were using the weapons and stuff like that too. So if you ever turn around and say, "I need a partner," would you do it?
Man, I've you know what? I'm not gonna say no. I'm not because I like to keep my mind open to every possible thing, you know? But I've never really like personally been like into the wrestling, but
Yeah.
like I said, I don't like to say no to things, and I just like to keep my mind open, you know, because maybe it would be a phenomenal experience. Maybe I could see a different side of wrestling that would just be great. So maybe.
You never know, man. But one thing I've noticed with you and your music, though, man, it's got a lot of passion and romance. Is that the kind of guy that you are, and is that the kind of stuff that you like to write about?
Definitely, yeah. I'm yeah, very very passionate for sure. And I can be romantic as well, and I put that into my music. I also have I kind of like the fact that like I make um different like types of music too. I have like Afro beats that's like
Right.
fun, and songs to like celebrate, and then other songs that you'll just kind of like hear on the radio, or songs that are only for like clubs, like rated R, that's just like that type of music. So, and then stuff that's like more slow. So I do so many different types of music, but yeah, I like the fact that I do that, keep it interesting.
Sounds like you. I'll make sure that everybody's feeling sexy, man, through your music, which is what I do like. The other thing I'm curious about too, because your background is Colombian. You live in Toronto, correct?
Yes,
Did
Mississauga
living,
to be
but
specific.
okay, because here's the thing: living in Toronto, Toronto is a melting pot, probably one of the most melting pots anywhere in North America, around the world.
Yeah.
Living in Toronto, did you pick up certain things from other musical cultures here? Because you've got Little India, you got Little Italy, you got Little Jamaica. I can keep going on and on and on. Did you
Yeah.
pick up stuff from them in creating your music?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Because who knows if I was born in a different country, who knows if I would have ever heard like Afro beats. There's people
Mm.
out like Colombia, where I just was, that they have no idea what Afro beats is. Because they just listen to reggaeton, vallenato, salsa, merengue. They don't know it.
And people should realize, for the ones who don't know, Afrobeats right now is probably becoming one of the biggest genres in the world right now.
Exactly. You listen to Afro beats, I'm guessing.
Look, brother, I was in South Africa in November, so that should tell you enough there. I learned a lot when it came to Afrobeats being there.
Exactly. So, such an incredible genre. I'm actually making an Afrobeats album right now with an Afrobeats artist from Toronto. It's called Best. Yeah, it's called Best of Both Worlds. He's from Nigeria. I'm from Colombia, and so we called it BOBW. Um, and it's coming out phenomenal. So, and it's just a straight Afrobeats album. So, obviously, everything that I'm doing is in Spanish, and then he's doing his parts in English. Um, yeah, love it.
I'm curious, man. Have you ever thought about submitting your music to uh movies or television shows? And the reason why I say that is because if you remember correctly, and he's going to kill me because I can't think of his name, an artist from Toronto actually got his music in one of the Fast and Furious movies. And I can't think of his name, but it was in the style that you do.
Fito Blanco.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Fast and the Furious, Fito Blanco. Shout out to Fito Blanco. I have a good relationship with him. He just what do you say? How do you say that? Like when it's somebody's birthday, he whatever. He just gave me a birthday.
Shout
He
out.
said birthday to me a couple days ago because it was August 1st. So we have a great relationship, and he's somebody that is somebody that is like a legend from Toronto in terms of the Latin
Yeah,
community because he's done a lot of great things for the city in terms of Latin music, you know, like what you just said, Fast and Furious, songs on the Billboard, songs with Elvis Crespo, which is the guy who sings Suavemente, bésame, yo quiero sentir tus labios. You know, he has songs with him. Um, just done a lot of incredible accomplishments. So, uh, wait. Oh yeah. So the question was, would I ever?
submit
Um,
your music.
yeah, I actually did. I actually just got an opportunity for with a sync company from LA. I just signed with them, and the name of their company is Woolly Music, and that's what they do. So they're submitting my currently they're literally submitting all my music to the music supervisors and stuff to get it on all those things, movies, commercials. So I'm excited for that,
I'm excited for you, man.
for various reasons, because that's also a great opportunity for artists to get that as like a source of income, and then just to have my music in like a commercial, like that's gonna just feel incredible. So you bringing that up is super cool because it just makes me think about how dope the whole journey is, and currently it is right now with all its ups and downs.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. What shows are going to be happening for you? You kind of mentioned it earlier, but I want to go back. What shows are happening for you as we lead into the end of summer, early fall, and of course, winter's coming too. So, what's going to be happening to you throughout that time?
Now that you said winter, I have a big show here in Toronto at Rebel. Are you from
Yes,
Toronto?
I'm in Toronto right now, man. Yes, absolutely.
Your hat? There you go. Is
There
that
you
the
go.
rap?
Raptors.
There you go. Enough said. So you're definitely from Toronto. So yeah, so Rebel, like, biggest nightclub in Canada,
Yep.
and the greatest stages, one of the nicest stages in the city. Incredible venue. Justin Quiles, I'm gonna be opening up for him. So Justin Quiles is somebody that I've been listening to him for way before I started making music. Like for like probably like 10 years. I've been listening to Justin Quiles since he like started out. So he's a reggaeton artist that, he has like billions and billions of streams, incredible accomplishments. He's like a super talented reggaeton artist. He writes for Karol G, J Balvin. Um, he writes for everyone, and then he makes music himself, and he's a big reggaeton artist. Like people, a lot of people listen to his music, a lot of fans and stuff like that. So there's gonna be at least 2,000 people there at
Oh
Rebel
yeah.
minimum for this particular show, and so got the opportunity to open up for him as well. So that's exciting. That's in December 9th, and then yeah, possibly have something in September that's being finalized. So that's some upcoming stuff that we have. Actually, I just did some shows. I just did Texas, New Jersey, and Atlanta. I just performed in those three states. Atlanta was absolutely insane. There's a video on my Instagram of like the after movie or whatever, and the recap, and people were just yelling and like chanting. They're like chanting my name, like Primo, Primo. It was just like it was insane. It was one of my best the best performances that I've ever been a part of. So I might be doing more stuff in the States. Not I might be, I will be, but I just say might because, with this particular company that called me for these performances. So that's also something that is possibly upcoming, like more venues in the States. And it's really dope because the venues are actually like they're concert venues. So what it is, it's a company that they do big parties, like Latin parties, right?
Yeah.
So they've called me to come and be a part of the night and perform. But it's like it's so perfect. It's so perfect for me because it's actually a concert venue. Like they do these parties at a concert venue with a stage, and it's like literally like where somebody would go and perform as like a on tour. That's literally where they're doing these parties, and then so they're just having come in and be a part of it, and that's a big blessing. So, there's probably going to be some more dates very upcoming for that as well. In the States.
Congratulations, man. Look, congratulations on everything you're doing. Like I said, man, guy who's been in it for a short time is a veteran, and you've got a lot more that's gonna be happening for you. Congrats on being part of first up with RBCX Music, but more importantly, man, I cannot wait to see what else you're going to be doing with your career. I know you're going to be a major force in this music industry. Congrats again.
Wow, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. But and I want to one thing I want to say about that is that you know when that does happen, my only goal is to just you know spread awareness, the light of awareness, and I'm very much into like meditation and stuff like that. So spreading um kind of sharing the experiences that I've been through or things that I've learned to like people in a positive way that can actually that will help them in their lives to live a more like peaceful and joyful life. That's like my whole that's why I'm doing this primarily, is to be able to like affect people in that way, and also give great music to people that they can just truly enjoy. So um to me it's for me it's all about that. So when we do get to the as we go along this journey, we do get to different levels. That's my only um purpose, is to affect the world in that way, for people to live a more joyful and peaceful life through you know different I guess like spiritual practices and things that have helped me, and then also just give people great music. So that's what it's all about. So, and I really appreciate you saying that, because I can see it as well, but it's gonna lead to some good things.
Amen. And thank you again for the interview, my friend.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.